The Nate Diaz farewell fight has been made and booked. Will this be a sour ending to the Ultimate Fighter Season 5 winner? The fight we have all been asking for is finally here, and it goes down in Abu Dhabi. Oliveira vs Islam for the lightweight championship of the world. And finally, Paddy and Molly brought the heat yet again to UFC London. This card did not disappoint. What up, my people? It's your boy Mo, and UFC London did it again. What a card. But before that, please give us a like and subscribe. Let's get into it. UFC 279 Las Vegas will be hosted by Stockton's very own Nate Diaz. Following the ongoing feud between Nate and the UFC, Dana has finally been able to agree a last fight deal, choosing Khamzat as Diaz's last opponent in the organisation. Nate has made his intentions very clear, even appearing on the MMA Hour to clear any doubt that he wants out of the UFC, and has stated that he hasn't been offered any fights.
Yeah, I was trying to get the show on the road, but they don't want me out of contract, and they're keeping me in, and they're holding me hostage, and I want out. That's my main objective here.
He also went on to state facts that UFC has used him to build fighters off his back, and that he was undervalued early on in his career. It seems it's not about the money for him, and that he sees his career going in another direction. It may be a tough fight, but Nate has had enough and couldn't care less who he fought. With Khamzat coming off a big win against Gilbert Burns and a number 3 next to his name, will Diaz be able to halt the rise of Khamzat, or will Chimaev send off Nate in a body bag? Either way, we can't wait. Speaking of big fights, we finally get to see a lightweight champion being crowned, as Oliveira, who many think is the current champ, takes on Islam in UFC's return to Abu Dhabi Fight Island on October the 22nd. Both fighters are carrying big winning streaks, with Oliveira on 11 and Islam on 10. One will come to an end, while the other will lift the lightweight strap. After numerous interviews, it seemed that Oliveira wanted to fight Conor on his return to the UFC, but Uncle Dana saw it another way. Oliveira clearly has a legacy, and whether Islam will add or destroy that is questionable. Oliveira has the most submission wins, but has not faced a grappler of Islam's caliber, and I can guarantee you, Islam will not shy away from taking him down. Saying that, Oliveira has been able to handle adversity and not only prove to himself, but to all of us, you can never count him out. The fight for me has to be credited to Khabib, who currently coaches Islam as he continues his father's legacy of crowning Islam a lightweight champion. He's been able to really elevate Islam and help him along his way. Speaking of that Abu Dhabi card, the Sugar Show will be facing Petr. After a fight that many were disappointed, the Sugar Show will make amends by taking on Petr on October 22nd. We were all upset at the way the fight was called off, and me personally, I'm still convinced that that was not an eye poke, but rather a means of not wanting to fight. Either way, Sean O'Malley would have won that fight and led us to this very moment. Petr has come off a loss to current champ Aljamain, and although it was not a performance we all wanted to see, Jan is still a threat to anyone, and is right up there in skill. This fight stylistically will be entertaining, a shorter fighter against a much taller opponent. Nonetheless, both of these fighters are coming to claim that number 1 contender spot. Is this too early for Sean, or will Petr be unable to cope with the reach and skill of a much younger fighter? I'm rooting for Sugar Show either way. Paddy the Baddy and Meatball Molly do it again. These two fighters have risen to fame, with the Liverpool fans and the world loving the way they do things. Both fighters were able to secure the win in style and really put on a show for the fans. Molly was first to the mic and showed love to the fans, whilst Paddy took the time to promote mental health in men, which I think is neglected hugely, and dedicated his fight to the passing of his mate. Both fighters turned up to the post-fight press conference together. Molly was off her head after drinking half a bottle, while Paddy was stuffing his face with good old German Donner. What a bunch of jokers. How could you hate on them? Especially when Drake gives you Rolexes after securing a parlay on both fighters worth 3 mil? For the UK, I hope both fighters continue on this winning streak. Enough of the news, let's see what went down in UFC London. The main card got off to a rather bizarre start as the Scotsman Craig lost via unanimous decision. Meatball Molly got another identical TKO victory via spinning elbow in the very first round to continue on her hype train. Krylov makes light work of Alex Gustafsson in a first round KO blitz, as the return of Alex to the light heavyweight division is a bitter one. Paddy the Baddy does it again as he submits the Monkey King in a heavily one-sided fight. The co-main event hosted two middleweight prospects, with Jack Hermansson taking the victory via unanimous decision in a very disciplined performance against Chris Curtis. The O2 main event was brought to an early close in the first round as Tom Aspinall potentially tore his right ACL as he threw a kick, declaring Curtis Blaydes the winner via TKO. Thanks for watching. That's it for now. Let me know in the comment section down below which fight you're looking forward to. And remember to drop us a like, subscribe, and follow us on all our social media. And we'll see you next time.